And the topic of today's webinar is to train a skill to Amazon Alexa. Though we don't have any Alexa with you, we can use a simulator which is available in Amazon. If you want to do hands-on along with me, you should have AWS account. AWS account is completely free for 1 year. You can easily register and you can log in directly. So if you want to do hands-on with me, you can log into aws.amazon.com/free. They are providing 1 year free trial, 1 year free trial for all the developers and students. If you want to create an account in aws.amazon.com, you should have either debit card or credit card because 2 rupees will be deducted from your account for verification. And developer.amazon.com is completely free. You should have your email ID and organization details. If you are a student, just write your college name. Write your college name as organization. If you are a student, if you are a developer, some software developers have registered for this seminar. So if you are a software developer, just write your company name. If you're a student, write your college name. So if you want to do hands-on with me, you just have an account in aws.amazon.com/free and also developer.amazon.com. So today our topic is creating a skill to Alexa. In particular, it is Amazon Alexa. Because what is Alexa first? So let us understand what is Alexa. Alexa is a product of Amazon, and in particular, a voice-based assistant, something like Siri, something like OK Google, powered by artificial intelligence. So in particular, Alexa is a voice assistant. It can react to your voice. So based on the artificial intelligence algorithms deployed on it. And if you want to purchase Alexa, you can purchase through Amazon website. A lot of vendors are there who provide you Alexa products. Alexa is available in different flavors. Some say Amazon Echo Dot, some say Amazon Echo and all. Okay, though you have different types of Amazon Alexa products, but the creating a skill to Alexa is similar. You can have any kind of Alexa product, but creating a skill is very similar to to all the products of Amazon Alexa here. So as of now, Alexa, so in simple, because a lot of people are beginners here. So for a fresher, Alexa is nothing but a voice-based assistant which works on artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is all about procuring or learning different types of skills. So as a human, we'll be having different types of skills. Some say, skills in terms of playing cricket or switching on TV and all. You'll have different. Every human will have different types of skills. So artificial intelligence. If an object is having that kind of intelligence to operate, and that intelligence, people can call it as artificial intelligence. It's all about learning different types of skills. So Alexa. So if you want, for example, say if Alexa is not aware of switching your bed light, then you have to train your Alexa saying that what it should do when you say Alexa, turn off the lamp or turn on the lamp. If Alexa is not aware If it doesn't aware of switching your bed light or a lamp light, then you have to train your Alexa saying that what it should do when you say Alexa turn off the lamp. So it's all about training skills. For example, say if you want to say Alexa book the cab from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, if you say that, then Alexa has to be trained so that the action can be done very easily. So today in this today webinar, I'll be telling you how to create your own skill, which is custom skill. It's not about Ola, it's not about Uber, or it's not about Swiggy. I'm talking about how to create your own skill, which is custom skill on Amazon Alexa, so that it can operate, it can act accordingly based on the voice command. So as I say, Alexa is a voice assistant, but as of now for developer, Alexa is operated through both voice and text commands. It can act like a chat bot, or it can act like a voice bot. Anything is possible in for developers, because you'll have a console, you'll have a Alexa developer console. Using Alexa developer console, you can operate the Alexa either through voice command or through a text command. When you keep texting to Alexa, people say that it is chatting, so it can act as a chat bot. Through Alexa developer console, you can create a skill, or you can operate your Alexa through voice and text commands. So that's all about Alexa. So simple. Alexa is a voice assistant which operates on artificial intelligence. It knows up to some extent, but if you want to ask Alexa in personal, then you have to create skill. If the skill is created, it can act accordingly. So let us understand how to create a skill on Alexa. But as of now, we don't have any Alexa with you right away, isn't it? If you have Alexa, you can deploy that skill onto it. If you don't have any Alexa, then Alexa developer console, Alexa developer console will be having Alexa simulator, which works like an Alexa, to test your own custom skill built. Okay, so many of you are not having Amazon Alexa with you right away. Some will having, some people are having Amazon Alexa in mobile app, in terms of mobile app in Android smartphones and iOS, but some people will have Amazon Alexa. As we are building a custom skill, Alexa developer console will be having Alexa simulator, which works like an Alexa to test your own custom skill, to check whether your skill is working or not. Everything is possible in Alexa simulator. We can test it over there. So today we are going to create a skill, something like Corona. So Corona bot. Something like you should ask Alexa saying that what are the symptoms of Corona, or you can ask Alexa all about the treatment needed for Corona and all, which is like creating a custom skill on Corona, that is COVID-19. So today we are creating a custom skill, which is Corona bot. How to create a custom skill? So I'm taking an example called Corona bot. How to create a custom skill on Corona on Alexa. So as of now, I'm having Alexa simulator. So if you are having AWS or Amazon developer accounts, you can access Alexa developer console. You can access Alexa simulator, and thereby you can test this skill, whether this skill is working or not. Okay. So for that, what you need AWS Amazon.com, and you need developer.amazon.com. Why are they needed? So why you need aws.amazon.com, why you need developer.amazon.com. This will be the question from the beginners. When people ask you to create a skill, they'll ask me why you need aws.amazon.com, and also why you need developer.amazon.com. So here my point is voice bot. What do you mean by voice conversation? Voice conversation is an interactive voice messages between people. So voice conversation is an interactive conversation between, exchanging of voice messages between people, and there will be a question and there will be an answer, and this is what conversation is, right? If you say hi and they'll reply with hello, or they say hi, how are you? So if you say hi, say user A says hi through voice, and user B replies with hi, how are you doing? And this is also voice. But here when you look at this particular conversation and there is a question, or you can say greeting, and there is an answer, and where you can say greeting. If you look at hi, that is a question here where A wants to talk with B, and B says hi, how are you doing? That is also a voice, but that is also greeting at one point of time. So you'll be having question and answer. And this kind of conversation will happen between Alexa and user. So here you'll have Alexa say A is user and B is Alexa. And here we wanted to interact. So we are interested to interact with Alexa, right? With Alexa, thereby, so the conversation will happen between user and Alexa here. If user prompts a question, Alexa prompts with the respective answer. And before it prompts answer, it will do the respective task assigned to it. When user prompts a question to an Alexa, so when user prompts a question to Alexa, Alexa prompts with the respective answer, and before it prompts answer, it will do the respective assigned task to it. Say if you want to book a air ticket, say from Mumbai to Hyderabad, if you say Alexa please book a air ticket at respective time, so that what it will do, it will book a ticket and the money will be deducted from the wallet. It can be a Paytm wallet or it can be a PhonePe wallet, and all money will be deducted from there, and it replies with yes, I have booked it. So if question is book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad, and the answer is I have booked it at your time based on the calendar, based on the Google Calendar assigned with your email. If this is the answer, there is a task here. Task is checking flights, checking time, checking feasibility, checking priorities. So this is a task. If question is book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad, if you ask Alexa to book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad, the answer will be yes, I have booked it at your time based on the Google Calendar, which is associated with your email. But there is a task here. The task is like checking flights, checking what are the flights available at respective time, checking priorities. Based on it, it has to take the decision to book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad. So there is a question, there is an answer, there is a task. Question: how to ask a question? how to ask a question to Alexa. And this is an input to Alexa here. What is the input to Alexa? User is asking to book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad, which is like nothing but the input to Alexa is a question. So that I can call it as front end, or you can say front UI or front end. So when user asks to book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad, so the question will act as a front end, which is like nothing but input to Alexa. User is giving an input voice command. User is giving an input voice command to Alexa saying that to book a ticket from Mumbai to Hyderabad. Answer and task. This task will be done in the backend, and based on various sequences. That can be time, that can be flight, or that can be anything which is based on the algorithm, parameters there. So task will be done in the backend, and answer is nothing but an output voice which prompts to the user. So here there is a front end and there is a back end, and there is a prompt giving an output voice prompt to the user. So there are three things here. One is question, one is answer, and one is task. So if you want to create a skill, creating a skill is nothing but listing out all the questions in the skill, listing out all the answers, so related to the questions, and specifying what tasks has to be done related to the questions. So creating a skill is nothing but listing out what are the questions that that user will ask on the skill. Say if you talk about corona, but what user will ask? User can ask symptoms. User can ask symptoms, or user can ask what are the precautions to be made, or user can ask a test which is diagnosis based on the symptoms and all, diagnosis based on the symptoms and all, or user can ask what is the how many of people are affected from states, or affected people from countries and all. That user can ask all these questions, right? User can ask what are the symptoms, user can ask what are the precautions that to be made, and user can ask what is the diagnosis. Say if I'm suffering from fever, dry cough, and body pain, if I'm tired so much, if I give all this the diagnosis will happen with the chart, with the Alexa. It can suggest you whether to go for a test or not. Or you can ask what are the how many people are affected from, say, Andhra Pradesh, or how many people are affected from Telangana, or you can ask how many people are affected in US or China or Italy or something like that. All these questions user can prompt to Alexa if you say corona bot. So it's all about when people are talking about corona, this can be the questions, right? Symptoms they can ask precautions, or they can diagnose their symptoms, or they can ask affected from state, how many people are affected, which is like statistics. All these questions can be there is a possibility of asking all these kind of questions when people say corona bot. So that is the point of listing out all the questions is very important. What user can ask, what is a possibility of the question that user can ask when you say corona bot. If that is a skill is deployed on Alexa, then what will be the questions? What are the symptoms? People know, we as a developer, we know what are the symptoms that are that are related to corona and all, and what kind of precautions that we know how to what are the precautions, how to list out and all. And we can design all this into the Alexa, so that if someone asks Alexa, it can answer very easily. So these are nothing but questions. Answers you can list out, answers are nothing but symptoms of the corona, precautions that to be made, diagnosis, and affected states and all. So in this webinar, we are creating a Corona bot. So Corona, this will be the questions which has to be made so that your Alexa can answer it very easily based on the skill that you train. So here front end and back end. Front end is asking question, back end is processing question to make answer. Because it's all about conversation. When you say conversation, it's all about exchanging of voice messages. Exchanging of voice messages is nothing but one will ask question, and based on that question you process in your mind, right? You'll be processing a question in your mind and you'll be answering it promptly. So the same thing will happen here. There is a front end which takes the question, and there is a back end which process the question. So everything is happening through voice, front end and back end. So here Amazon developer account. This is nothing but developer.amazon.com is used for creating front end skill, front end, and AWS dot, which is AWS management console, which is like aws.amazon.com is used to process the question asked, which means are used for backend. So you need one account, which is Amazon developer account, which is used for creating front end, and aws.amazon.com, aws.amazon.com, which is AWS management console. It is used for backend. Without having these two accounts, you cannot create a skill. If you want to create a skill, one should have these two accounts. One is developer account and second one is management console. But you should understand, Alexa is all about exchanging of voice messages. There will be a question, there will be an answer. Question is through front end, answer will be processed in the back end. So we'll go in depth. AWS management console. AWS management console is having 200 plus services. 200 plus services. Some services are related with games, some services are related with blockchain. You'll have cyber security services there. You'll have IoT services there. You'll have a lot of services which are available in AWS. And for this webinar, for this particular creating a skill with Alexa, we are using only one service out of 200 services which are available in AWS. That service is called Lambda. And this is the only service which we use in AWS management console. In AWS management console, we'll be using only one service. I should not say one service. We are using CloudWatch as well, which is a debugger. CloudWatch service in AWS MC. So in AWS management console, we are using two services. One is Lambda. This is a service which we call it as function. This will process the question which is asked by the user in the backend. And there is a CloudWatch. Lambda will process the question, as I said, and tries to make a decision. And CloudWatch as a debugging log. Okay, if there is any mistake in creating a skill, so there should be a debugging log, right? Without debugging log, we cannot understand where is a mistake happened. Sometimes people write some mistakes in program. So debugging log will help you out in identifying the mistake and all. So this is all the service which is available in AWS. So let's jump into AWS management console to see where is this Lambda. Where is this Lambda? And where is this CloudWatch. Okay, so I'm jumping to AWS Management Console. So when you log into AWS I'll log out. Sorry. I will sign out and I will sign in again so that we can understand. So aws.amazon.com, it will be redirected to this page. You'll have AWS sign into the console. You can click on it. So I'm talking about aws.amazon.com. Okay. So I'm showing you where are the services of Lambda and where are the service of CloudWatch. Okay. aws.amazon.com, you need to log in as IAM user. IAM user, my username is yahoo.com. I should click next. I should enter password. My password is this. I'm signing in. So I have signed in into AWS Management Console. So this is AWS Management Console where you can see on my screen. And the most important point is that if you are creating a new account in AWS, they are providing free 1-year trial, which means that 1 year you can access AWS Management Console, but only in the region of Ireland. Okay, specifically EU-West-1. Only for this region, you'll have data center regions here. AWS data centers are everywhere. It is in US, it is in Asia Pacific, it is in European countries and all. But for free tier, 1-year free tier, in particular for Amazon Alexa, they're having free tier only for Ireland. Okay, Europe, Ireland. So you need to configure this. Europe, Ireland, EU-West-1. Then only you can train your Alexa. You can create a skill to your Alexa because your Amazon account will be 1-year free tier. 1-year free tier is available only in Ireland region. So that too in EU-West-1. So make sure that your data center region is this Europe, Ireland. You can select here. So as I said, you'll have a lot of services, okay, which are related to different technologies here. Compute machines will be there, blockchain, analytics, IoT, and all. Lot of things will be there. Okay, let's search for CloudWatch first. CloudWatch, yeah. So this is a service where it monitors, as I said, it is a debug logger. Okay, it has all the logs available for every application that is created here. So it is called CloudWatch. Okay, when you type CloudW, you will get CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is very important because that creates a debug log. Okay, if there is any error while creating a skill, that will be defined here. So you'll have logs. You'll have dashboard menu bar in the left side. You'll have logs here. So when you click on logs, this so in particular log groups, yeah. So if there is any mistake while creating skill, it will be displayed here. So as of now, there are some mistakes. Okay. If there is any mistake while creating skill, that log will be displayed here. So this is Cloud. For you, it will be completely empty. But for me, as I'm working from AWS Alexa from last 3-4 years, so there are some mistakes which happen. So you'll have there is a where you can see errors and all. If there is an error, one link will be generated here. In that, if you click on it, the when the error was produced, what is that error? It displays everything here. Okay. So see here, syntax error in the module. It means that at line number 5 there is a syntax error. So all the debug errors will be displayed in CloudWatch. So that is very important. iPad Pro, sir, it's asking to add debit card. Yes, AWS will ask debit card details because AWS will take debit card details and 2 rupees will be deducted from your account and it will verify your card. Though it is free for 1 year, it will take your debit card details. Okay, debit card or credit card. 2 rupees will be deducted from your card to verify your card and all. They don't generate any bill, but they will take your card details. So coming back to CloudWatch SS. Okay, so we'll use this CloudWatch if there is an error in the program. So we'll use CloudWatch. And second service is important service, which is Lambda. So you'll have Lambda. Lambda is nothing but run code without thinking about servers. Okay, so in the technical era, in this nowadays, people are focusing on serverless repositories where where they are not focusing on creating server and all. Someone will create server and they just host their program application there itself. So that is called Lambda, which is run code without thinking about servers, which is serverless repositories will be created. So AWS Lambda. So this is a service which is required to process your question, which has been asked to Alexa. Okay, if you ask anything to Alexa, that will send that prompt message to this AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda will be processing the question and sends back the answer to the Alexa there. So when you talk about flow, user sends a question to Alexa. Alexa will send a question to Lambda. Lambda will process the question and sends back the answer to Alexa, and Alexa to user. So when you look at the complete cycle and between user and user, so user asks a question to Alexa, Alexa sends that question to Lambda, Lambda will process it. So Lambda will process the question and sends back the answer to Alexa, and Alexa will prompt the user. So this is the flow, which is where you need to understand. Okay, flow of asking, flow of analyzing questions. So user to Alexa, user will ask a question to Alexa, Alexa will send question to Lambda, Lambda to Alexa, Alexa to user. Let us create a Lambda function for our custom skill. So let us create a Lambda function for our custom skill. So when you click on services AWS Lambda, so you need to click on create function. So when you click on create function, a new function will be, there is a possibility of, you'll get a window where you can create a function. You need to create a function for every skill that you create. If you want to create 10 skills, you need to create 10 functions. Okay. For every skill, there should be a one function. For every skill, there should be a function. So when you click on create function, you'll get options. One is author from scratch. If you are a developer, say if you are a developer, a professional developer who are working with 5-6 years experience and Lambda functions and all, you can go from scratch. Or you can use a blueprint, which is a common use cases will be there in AWS, where you can have where you can go through the blueprint of the existed cases, and you can have your own. If you're a beginner, I suggest this, which is browse serverless app repository, which is nothing but deploy a sample Lambda application. So some samples will be there if you're a beginner, because a lot of the registered attendees are beginners and AWS Lambda and all. So I can go for this browse serverless app repository. This is the option will be there while creating function. Then you can search. So there are 535 applications are there in public. You can search here. For creating Lambda function these days, there are two programming languages available. For creating Lambda function, there are two programming languages. One is Python, second one is Node.js. Some developers will use Python programming and some developers will use Node.js. The frameworks are different, but the behavior of Alexa skill, behavior of Lambda function will be same. So if you're a Python developer, choose Python. If you're a Node.js developer, you can choose Node.js. But in the webinar, we are using Python programming language, because for beginners, Python will be very simple when you compare with Node.js. So I'll choose Python. I'll type Python. When you type Python, there are only 71 applications in public which uses Python. You'll get all the public applications which are already deployed by someone else, which are verified by AWS. So as a sample, I can take any one of those. But for beginner, there is one skill, Python color. There is one application. Okay, this one 3K deployment. It means that more number of people have opted this. So we'll use the same thing. Alexa Skills Kit Color Expert Python. I'm choosing this sample which is already available in the public application of AWS Lambda. Okay, since majority of not developers here, I'm using this sample for creating the Lambda function. So I'll click on this. When I clicked on this, I received this, which is Alexa Skills Kit Color Expert Python version 1.0.3. The source code URL, which is GitHub URL, is there. README file is there, and application name. So application name, I'll write Corona Python or something like that. Topic name parameter. There should be topic name parameter. Say it's a bot or something like that. Okay. At application name, I wrote some application name, and topic name parameter I just passed bot. So here you can write anything here. It's all based on your application. So as of now, it is just Corona Python. I wrote Corona Python and bot, and I will click on deploy. When I click on deploy, this particular application which is already there, but it is not related with Corona. It is related with some game which is color game. So that will be deployed in 1 minute into your account. Yes, it is not deployed. The serverless repo Corona Python is deploying. Yes, it is now deploying. So it will take 1 minute for deploying the entire sample, which is available in public applications, and that will be deployed to your account. Yes, it is deployed. You can click on this. So you can click on this. So when you click on that, serverless repository will open, where you can see your ARN, which is Amazon resource number. For every Lambda function, you have ARN. Along with ARN, you'll have this Lambda function. This is called Lambda function. Is nothing but one program which will be called every time when you ask a question to Alexa. So that question will be passed to this Lambda function. When it is passed, based on the processing which is available here, it prompts an answer, and that answer will be sent back to the Alexa. So now we have created a Lambda function. This is already there. A program is generated here. Okay, but this program is related to color. So this is like welcome to, where you can see here, welcome to Alexa Skills Kit sample. Please tell me your favorite color by saying my favorite color is red. So this is a sample repository which is related to color, but our target is not to create a color bot. Our target is to create a Corona bot. So I'm taking this sample repository program to create a new skill. So we deployed a Lambda function. ARN is there. ARN is generated. Okay, ARN is nothing but Amazon resource number. So you'll get a unique ID. This unique ID will be varied from user to user. ARN is very important because you need to pass this ARN to your skill. So ARN is very important here. You'll have a unique ID which is generated. Okay, so this is how you need to deploy a Lambda function. So since you're a beginner, we are using a sample program, which is color Python color. You'll get this Python color expert, a sample which is available in AWS Lambda. So any questions so far? Any questions so far? So this is the step 2 where we have deployed a Lambda function. If you don't have AWS, later also you can do this. Okay, don't worry. Okay, we are using a programming language called Python for creating a skill. Without programming language, we cannot create a skill here, because someone should process the question, right? And that processing is being done through Python programming. So Python plays a key role here. So this is how a Lambda function is deployed. Now we should use developer. We should use a developer.amazon.com. So let's use this web portal for creating a skill. Developer.amazon.com. Yes, I will log out and log in again, so that I'll show you. So developer.amazon.com, developer.amazon.com. So that is the portal, developer.amazon.com. You need to create an account here, or you can log in. So I'm the Amazon developer. When you see, there is AWS, there is Amazon Dash, and there is Amazon App Store, something like developing Android apps and games for Amazon Fire TV and all. So as of now, we are focusing on Alexa. So we need to click on Amazon Alexa. So when you click on Amazon Alexa page will open. So here we need to sign in. If you don't have account, please register. Okay, register, sign in. You can create your own Amazon account. Let me sign in. I'll sign in with my account. Yeah, the account is signed in, where you can see the profile. Yes. They used to organize various competitions. Okay, Alexa. Now we need to create Alexa skills. Okay, so if a skill is created, then you can ask questions around it. If a skill is not created, you cannot answer it. So let us create a skill. Let us create a skill. By clicking on this, you can go for Alexa skills kit. So this is called, people call it as ask, ask, which is Alexa skills kit. Okay, skills are nothing but skills are like apps for Alexa, where you can create a new skill. If you create a new skill, you can put in Alexa dashboard, and you can sell your skill. Something like some people will put apps in Play Store and all. They used to sell their apps by putting some advertisements, or they put some in cash payments and all. And similar to that, you can create a skill. You can sell your skill to Alexa, and they'll put in their Play Store. People can purchase from there. A lot of monetary policies are there. So let's jump into console. Okay, so this is a console, Alexa developer console. By using this Alexa developer console, you need to create a front-end application, which is nothing but asking questions and all. So let's create a skill. So you'll have create skill button here. When you click on create skill button, then it will ask you to enter the name, say Corona bot. Okay, or Corona skill or something like that. So choose a model to add your skill. So English is a default language, or you can put English, Indian and all. Okay, you can select your language. So it is the default language is English US, or if you want to change, you can change here English Indian, because it's all about voice bot, right? When you compare English US and English Indian, there will be some difference in accents and all. So choose a model to add to your skill. Here it is, custom selected. Design a unique experience for your users. It means custom skill. This has to be selected. Or if your skill is related to smart home, you can select this. If it is related to music, you can select this, video, meetings and all. But as it is related to Corona, I have selected custom. And choose a method to host your skills backend resources. So as I said, backend in the sense, we have created a Lambda function, so provision on your own. So it's already hosted in my Lambda. So I'll go for this, which is selected by default. So I'll go for create skill. Okay, select a template. So we need to choose a template here. So I'll put start from scratch. Okay, by default it is there. I'll click on choose. So when I click on choose, this page will open. This is a page where you need to create questions, because without creating questions, no, we cannot ask Alexa skills. And so let's start doing this. We'll start with invocation. Okay, there is an invocation here. Invocation is very important. Every skill in Alexa should have an invocation. For example, say Siri. If you say Siri, that is called invocation name. If you say okay Google, that is an invocation name. Alexa, which is an invocation name. Invocation is nothing but trying to access it. So there is an invocation. Invocation is nothing but trying to access it. So here, what is the invocation name? You need to give your invocation name, saying that yes, I'm going to access this skill. So if you want to book a biryani from Swiggy, then you should say open Swiggy and book a biryani to my house. Then it activates Swiggy and it will book an order. So which is something like invocation. Invocation is nothing but a skill name. So something like Corona bot. So invocation name is very, very important. Okay. So the requirements are here. Invocation name should be 2 or more words and contain only lowercase alphabetic characters. Okay. So there should be an invocation name. Invocation name should be there. Something like, if you want to ask something about Corona, then you should say Alexa, open Corona bot and check what are the symptoms. Then it talks about what are the symptoms available there based on the processed answer and all. But invocation name should be there. So invocation name, you should enter invocation name with 2 words, should be 2 or more words. Okay, so here I have given Corona bot invocation. So here you should understand 3 things here. One is invocation. Second one is intent, utterance, and slot. So these are the keywords that are available. So previously we discussed about Lambda, right? So Lambda is a service, which is a function which gets called. Function which gets called from the skill. So Lambda is a function which gets called from the skill, but in Amazon Developer Alexa console, you'll have this 4 different keywords. Invocation is nothing but activating your skill. For example, say if you want to ask a question, then you should say, Madhu, can you tell me what is this? Then it means that you're invocating Madhu there. You're activating Madhu there. Okay, which is nothing but you're grabbing an attention there. Okay. Intent is nothing but a topic, or you can say a question phrase. Utterance are nothing but sample questions. Slots are nothing but sample question options. I'll show you, I'll explain you in depth in this dashboard. But as of now, in invocation, we have given activating your skill, we have given Corona bot. intent as a question phrase. For example, say, let's create an intent. There are built-in intents here. What are the built-in intents? Stop intent, navigate home intent, cancel intent, fallback intents. All there are 5 built-in intents here. Okay, there are no intents which are related with Corona. Okay, we have to create an intent, which is nothing but question phrase. Okay, let's keep. I'll give precautions here. Okay, which is like a question phrase. It's intent as nothing but it's a question phrase. I'll create a custom intent. So my intent is related to precautions here. This is called intent, which is like the question phrase. Then you should ask questions. How you can call them. For example, say, please tell me what are the precautions to be taken for Corona. This is one kind of question which is asking, Alexa to tell the precautions. And also you can say, could you please tell us the precautions? This is one kind of question. Or you can say precautions to Corona. Or you can say update us with precautions. Or you can say precautions. So it means that what kind of question you can ask for precautions. Okay. And all these question English phrases are different. Update us with precautions is different from precautions to Corona. Their English meanings are different, but the emotion which is given, it is related to precaution here. Okay, someone say, could you please tell us the precautions? Someone say precautions to Corona. You should give utterance is nothing but one question which is related to the intent. So in this intent, we are not talking about symptoms. In this intent, we are not talking about anything else. We are just talking about precautions here. So all these are different utterances. Utterances are nothing but questions here. What is a possibility? What is a possibility of asking a question related to precautions? You have to enter here. I have given 5 questions, which is one is called precautions, one is called update us with precautions, or one is called precautions to Corona, and one is called could you please tell us what are the precautions there, or you can say please tell me. You need to enter as many possible cases that you get for the intent. Okay, not only 5, you should enter 20 to 30 or more than 50. If you want to sell your skill to if you want to deploy your skill in the real time scenario, you should have more iterances. If you have more iterances, then that will be the possibility. That is a possibility of getting the intent. So every intent should have a possible questions here. So all these possible questions are different, but answer will be same, because though you ask this question, though you ask this question, though you ask this question, the answer will be same, right? Questions are different, but the answer is same, which is related to precaution. Okay, so let's add one more intent, something like symptoms. Say dry cough, or you can say suffering from dry cough, or you can say fever, body pains, cold, okay, sore throat. Okay, what are the symptoms that are needed? Okay, so I took precautions and symptoms here. And then let's talk about, I'll talk about slots a bit later. Okay, let me connect this skill with AWS Lambda. So there is an option called endpoint. So I have to choose endpoint. An endpoint, there are 2 endpoints here. One is AWS Lambda ARN and second one is HTTPS. I should select AWS Lambda ARN. Okay, so when you click AWS Lambda ARN, you will get your skill ID. So this is a skill ID. You need to copy the skill ID and you need to paste the skill ID in your account. So here you need to configure. Add trigger, you need to select Alexa skills kit. You need to paste your skill ID here and click on add. So when you click on add, that particular skill will be associated with this Lambda function. In a similar way, you need to copy ARN and you need to paste the ARN here. So you need to copy ARN from Lambda function to here, and you need to copy your skill ID from here to Lambda function, and you need to save this endpoint. Now this Alexa skill and that Lambda function are connected. Okay, and they are connected through endpoint. They are connected through endpoint, and we have pasted ARN, and this skill ID is pasted in this Lambda function. So let us do programming, a little bit programming. So if you're aware of Python, you'll have definitions, def keyword, which is function definitions. All these are predefined. There are some user defined functions I'll show you. Yeah. Get welcome response. When you activate your skill, when you invoke your skill, what it should respond? It should respond with welcome to Alexa skills kit sample. It is showing here. So here I'll replace with welcome to Corona bot. Please ask me about precautions. Please ask me about precautions or symptoms or something like that. Or you can check status about states or countries by prompting them. Okay. Reprompt, please tell me. So here let us change to please ask your question, something like precautions or symptoms. Okay, so as of now we wrote the speech output. Speech output is nothing but the speech will be prompted when you invoke your Amazon Alexa skill. So let's save this program. So get welcome response function will be called automatically when you invoke your skill. I've saved this. So let us jump to here. As we have connected this Corona bot front end with back end. So let's jump to invocation. Let's save model. Let's build model. Let's build model. So let's jump to test. You can test it. Now we have built the skill successfully. So here we should keep development. For development, as I said, Alexa simulator will be there, right? So this is Alexa simulator. You should say open Corona bot. When you say open Corona bot, so now we invoked the skill by calling open Corona bot. Then immediately it is prompting with the welcome response, which is written here. And this is a welcome response which we written here, speech output in the sense what it should prompt. So that is written in a function called get welcome response. So immediately this function is called when it is invoked, and the speech output it is prompting there. So let's talk about, as we have given two intents, one is precaution and second one is symptoms. Let's do that. If intent underscore name is double equal to precautions colon return set underscore precaution underscore in session intent comma session. So if you're aware of Python, you know how to use if and elif ladder. So here, what is this function? On underscore intent. On underscore intent is nothing but, when a question is prompted, if that matches with intent name, say if that matches with intent name, then immediately this on underscore intent will be called. And I'm comparing this intent name with the precautions. So that is the intent name which is given here. So in Corona bot. We have given one intent name, the same intent name we should write there. Precautions. So this is a name which is written here in if condition. And that is a name which is written here. If intent name is precaution, return. I'm just calling this set precaution in underscore session. If that matches here on underscore intent. If you ask a question, then immediately on underscore intent will be called. Then immediately I'm comparing if intent name is precautions, then I'm calling this function which is set underscore precaution end session. So I need to create this function. Anywhere you can call. I'm just calling here intent comma session. I'll share my GitHub. Okay, you'll have all the you'll have the updated code which is related to this. Because some people will get confused if I type here, where I'm typing all this and all. Some people will get confused, but I'll share all the programs through my GitHub so that you can use the same program. So the card title as precautions. So here I should write speech output as precautions related to please maintain social distancing. And please wash your hands regularly. Please avoid touching nose, or you can say face, you can say. So if you want to ask more, I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to help you. This is a reprompt text. What should be the next question and all. False build response, I think is correct. So let's save this. Let's check how it will work. So let's jump back to this. Let's save model. Let's build it. So let's test it. Open Corona bot. Okay, then I should ask say precautions, something like that. So now it is prompting with answer. So next, so like this, you need to define a function. So when a question is called, on underscore intent will be called, on underscore intent will be called. When on underscore intent is called, then immediately you need to compare with what is the intent, which is this is nothing but intent. I can call it as intent family name, something like that. And the question, or you can say question family name. Okay, when it is matched, then immediately you need to call one function. You need to call one function, and you need to pass what is the intent that is called and what is the session content which is called. And this function, every time you need to define it. They are not predefined, they're user defined. You need to define a function. You need to define a function here. When you're defining a function, you should understand what it should answer. When you're defining a function, you should understand what it should answer. Okay, so this speech output, it will be binded to the Alexa, because speech underscore output you are passing here. In return variable you are passing speech underscore output, and thereby it gives a prompt voice message directly to the Alexa. So that is what we have seen here. It's simple. So let's go to the next step. Okay, let me explain you the remaining things. It is taking a lot of time. I'll explain. So morning I did some demo. I'll explain to that, because generally creating a skill will take a lot of time. So morning we have created a skill in this account, so I'll show you directly. So as I said, there should be an invocation which is like I wrote Corona dashboard here, so you can write anything. And then we have created some intents here. One is precautions, which is like precautions. What care should I take to overcome virus? What are the preventive should I take? Suggest me some precautions. What are the precautions should I take to overcome virus and all? Some questions which are related to precautions. Let's talk about symptoms. So symptoms, as I said, symptoms. What are the symptoms of corona? Symptoms of corona. Symptoms of COVID. And then there are two questions that are related to state in the sense and what are the statistics of the state, something like info about districts, tell me about districts and districts. So here if you look at there is a syntax here called flower bracket open districts. So something like info about Andhra Pradesh, or info about Kurnool, or info about Maharashtra, or info about Japan. So all this comes under one category, say something like some sample question options here, something like districts. We took a variable called districts, which means that you can ask info about Telangana, or you can say info about Andhra Pradesh. So all this are nothing but Telangana, Andhra Pradesh are nothing but options which is given to a slot. So slot is nothing but a variable which has a different options with same content. For example, say we cannot create intent for Andhra Pradesh again, right? There is no intent for Andhra Pradesh, there is no intent for Telangana, there is an intent for state. So someone is asking, when two different intents has the same question, info about Andhra Pradesh, info about Telangana. Okay, so here info about districts, and we took a slot called districts. So in districts we took values here. One is Japan, one is China, one is Germany, one is Italy, one is USA, one is India, Himachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Kerala, Maharashtra, and so on. So these are the different types of values which is associated with the district. which means that you can talk about Japan, you can ask about Japan, you can ask about China, you can ask about Germany, you can ask about Italy and all. Okay, so these are nothing but districts. And talking about, there is one more variable which we took, which is disease. You know, a disease saying yes or no, or you can say body pains or tiredness, and no, dry cough and fever. These are nothing but a variable which is having different values. And country, when you say country, USA, UK, Japan, this is a slot variable which is taken, and the same variables are called here. Say disease, I feel, I have, these are the intents for disease. I'll share this project, okay, so that you can easily get started. And all these slots have been calling to a lambda function which is there. I'll show you how it will work. Build model. Okay, it is done there. So let's jump into this. So here open Corona dashboard. And then you should talk about precautions. So when you give a state, then obviously it talks about how many cases are there and all. So when you say Telangana, then obviously you'll get the details which are related to it. Okay. So like this, we can do diagnosis, by using simply asking what are the symptoms that user is getting there. So this kind of logics can be inherited in lambda function. I'll show you the lambda function which is written for this. So this is the lambda function which is written. I'll explain the lambda function. I'll share this through GitHub. You can go through the program in detail at your end. But as of now, I'll explain this. If intent name is state, which means that if he is talking about the statistics of the cases in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and all, so I'm returning a function call which is set state in session. If the intent name is precautions, so I'm calling a function called set precautions in session. If intent name is symptoms, I'm just calling set symptoms in session, which are nothing but user defined functions which are written there. If intent name is test, I'm just calling set test in session. If intent name is disease, I'm calling a function, which means that for every intent that is called from the front end, I'm defining a function here, and that function will process the question and prompts the answer output there. For example, say if intent name is state, then it is calling a function called set state in session, and set state in session is here. Set state in session. In set state in session, what we are doing here, we are just comparing what is the value which has been entered by the user. If user entered India, then it is prompting India COVID-19 tracker. Confirmed cases are 4822, active cases are 4307, record cases are 382, decreased cases are 133. And this particular status has been prompted by the Alexa. So as I shown you, this is nothing called static content, which is a fixed content which is written in the program. But in the real-time scenario, what we do, we take dynamic content from a API, and that dynamic content will be appended here, and that dynamic content will be prompted. But as of now, to demonstrate in 1 hour as a demo case, we just wrote a static content here. In a similar way, when the intent slot district value is Andhra Pradesh, which is entered, then it is showing the respective content, and this content is returned to the function which has been called. In a similar way, if you look at test, diagnosis test, say if intent name is test, it is calling one function called set test in session, intent session, and this function is called to here, is called to set state in session, sorry, set test in session, yeah, set test in session. So this saying that yes, okay, I'm running a self-assessment test, do you have fever, reply with I have fever or no, which means that again it is calling one particular intent called disease, and that disease, set disease in of a session is defined here. It is comparing with fever. If it is having fever, it is asking the next question, okay, do you have dry cough or not, and next the intent will be called, and it is comparing with dry cough. When it is compared with dry cough, it is asking whether you have feel tiredness or not. Then again, if the value is compared with the tiredness, then immediately it is asking whether do you have body pains or not. When you reply with body pains, again it compares with reply with yes to generate a result or no to exit. Yes, if it is yes, it is just identifying the score, and we have given a score for each and every symptom that is generated here, and based on that symptom and based on that score, we are generating a report saying that yes, if score is greater than 30 and score is less than 40, yes, you need to take you need to consult a doctor. Else you're not affected with virus, just stay at home, stay safe and stay strong. So these are the prompts which is written here. And if it is no, if it doesn't want to take any consultation or not, then you can say you're not affected, or you can say according to your symptoms you need to consult your doctor. It means that every answer is programmed, and every intent call, for every intent call there is a function defined here in the backend, and this particular function which is defined will be doing the same will be doing the task as I said, and every task, after the task, once the task is done, it is giving a prompt output, and that prompt output is being generated as a output from Alexa, and this is what it happens every time. So it's simple. When you keep calling intents, and it keeps calling the functions automatically. When the function is called, it does the task and generates the output, and that output will be reprompted to the Alexa, and the Alexa will be sharing that voice message to the user. This is what happens in the backend of Alexa skill. Just I wanted to show how to create a skill using Alexa and all. This is what you'll have these options here, but don't forget to build the model. If you build the model, then only this skill will be compiled, and the intent which is called will be connected to the backend through ARN, and it gives you the output accordingly. But thank you all.